Hi everybody, this is Dawn and welcome back to my channel. So here we are again for the next prompt of Junk Journal January 2025, hosted by Meg Journals. And of course you will find her information linked in the description box below. Along with my Instagram, I am taking a picture each day of the pages that we have done. Oh, that's supposed to be in the back. I was going to use it for another project, maybe. Getting a little bent. We shall set that to the side. So let us head to our next page. Oh, this was yesterday's, bright. And now here we are today for bubble. All right, prompt, what number are we on? 19. 19. We are getting along. I think coming up to the middle of the month, it was feeling a little overwhelming, but so far so good. We're doing this. We are doing this. So some of the things I'm using today is I have a couple of products here by Impression Obsession, which sadly they just closed their doors here a few months ago. But I've got this word stamp, put your worries in a bubble and blow them away. And then I've got this floral die cut. I don't see a name. It's die 169R. I know sometimes you can still find, local shops or whatnot still selling Impression Obsession. But I chose this floral because, they somewhat remind me of bubbles and the kind of blowing up kind of thing. So those are the two main products I'm using. And then the base here, I've got, this is really old from Dollar Tree. They're poster stickers. And I immediately thought of this when I saw the bubbles. They're almost like if a teacher has like a poster board in their classroom or whatnot. It's kind of like the border strips. So I used this. What I was originally going to do is I didn't like just the wave. I kind of wanted to do my own thing. So I stuck it on a piece of copy paper and I trimmed it down to make it even. And then I came in with a punch, but it just made it too narrow. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the full piece of it with the little wave on the side. So I have just inked up everything with my vintage photo in preparation of our project here today. And I'm going to put this border strip right down our page as our first element. If I can get everything lined up. Nope, going a little wonky. Okay, that's better, and I might need to add a little glue to this top for sure. It's got some stick to it, and I don't want to. We'll just get it going up here. All right, that'll hold that corner, and then let's go ahead and trim off the bottom edge here. I think I actually trimmed off a little more of her. Okay, let us get rolling. Okay, so that is our first thing. Yeah, I like these bubbles a lot. And you know what? I've got my speckled stamp. I might like to add some speckles to that too, but the where's my black ink? I'm pretty sure it's right in front of me. Pretty sure. Yes. Just hiding. Just hiding. And here's where I've stamped out our bubble. I want to make sure that this doesn't like slide on the surface. It does a little bit, but maybe not too bad. Okay, I think we can do that. We just need to make sure it doesn't slide. So I'm going to add some of my speckles here. Let us take this page out. There's a lot of different things going on under there. All right, and of course I'm going to bind my journal at the end, as it's so much easier to work with when you can take it apart when you need to. And there is some dimension underneath, so I want to be careful with that. Oh yeah, that gives it some extra interest and movement. Nice. Okay, that'll do. And then what we're going to do is, so I just stamped this on white cardstock, and I use that same speckle stamp again, put a little bit of the distress ink around, and we're just going to maybe put that right there. And I do have the floral die cuts. I used pink and blues and yellows, just like what's in the bubbles here. So let's get an idea of how we're gonna lay these guys out. And I did ink them up as well. Gives them the idea of just kind of bubbles kind of blowing up and away. At least that's the impression it gave me. And then here's our last set, the pink and the yellow. All right. Oh, and you know what? I've got two yellows together, so maybe these need to come over here. Thought I had set them up in order, but obviously not. Okay. Okay. That's better. Try not to repeat right next to each other. All right. I think, yeah, let's go ahead and glue our phrase down first. This is a fun sentiment. I think when I originally bought it, my daughter loves Wicked, and of course we just had the movie out here. She's actually seen it on Broadway in New York. She saw it in Orlando, which she took me to, and she saw it somewhere else too. I can't remember, but she loves that movie. And of course, when I saw this, where the Good Witch comes in her bubble in the original Wizard of Oz, it's always kind of what it made me think of. But I like this. Put your worries in a bubble and blow them away. And actually for me today, it's been a little bit of a stressful day, so I like that sentiment. And I'm putting this up a little bit later on today too. I was so tired last night. I tried to do these the night before. Just kind of helps keep me on track because I want to finish this whole thing. So I've been trying to be very disciplined about it for myself. I'm sure some of you probably know exactly what I mean, because it's a daily thing. And then sometimes it does take a little bit to figure out what you're going to do. So I've definitely tried to keep up with it each day. All right, get our first floral down. And if any of you guys have channels, I've been trying to look a little bit. I've not had a whole lot of time to go around and see who's crafting, and I know a lot of folks are crafting that don't really maybe have a way to share, or some might be on Instagram. You have to let me know. And I am posting a picture each day on Instagram of my pages if anybody wants a closer look. I know some folks have gone over there. Even though when I wasn't on YouTube, because I used to be on, and haven't been on in quite a while, and I started up here again in January, and I was like, oh, I want to take part in this challenge, so it's kind of nice to be back here. Also, too, thank you guys so much for subscribing and all the lovely comments. And if you would take a minute and like this video, that would be wonderful. Helps my channel. Oh, I really like these. Okay. And this came in, it's got like a double strand and then like a single one. So that's how I was able to kind of mix up the colors a little bit, and we could maybe overlap. I think I might overlap this one a little bit, give it as much interest. I don't want it to look too uniform, but that might how we end up looking. But I want it to look carefree, because we are blowing our worries away, putting them in a bubble. Oh, and I hope this isn't too tedious. It's just getting our glue down. Overlap those just a touch. I think that looks okay. All right, and our last set. Let's hurry it up. Hurry it up. What is tomorrow's prompt? 20 is tissue. Oh, you know what? I set it outside. I had a piece of tissue paper. Oh, I feel like maybe an order of some sort might have come in it, and I've had it in this desk for a long time. Of course, it's a floral, but it's very pretty, and I've had it sitting in my desk drawer, and I spotted it the other day, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect for tissue. So I'll give you a sneak peek of that. Okay. Moving that over a little bit, which is making me smear my glue because I feel that, you know, the fold is right here. Okay, last piece. And then we're going to put a few of these petals, because that was another nice thing with this. These two petals out here were just separate. So I got a few extra little petals just loose. We'll put some in the top corner. You know, one of those sticker makers would be great for this kind of thing. I may or may not have one. I think my daughter had one and it might be floating around here somewhere, but where, I don't know. Okay, let's raise this one up a little bit. Okay, very pretty. Let's go ahead and trim off the loose stems on the bottom. Actually, you know what? Let's glue down our other little pieces first. That will trim it all down. Finish up with the glue. Yeah, we will do that. They are floating up and away. And actually, I'm going to scoot them over because the center here, and you know, with this thing being chunky, we're going to lose. Anyways, I'm trying to pull away from the center because it's going to be, you know, a little thick, be a little rounded in that center area. I think that's the right way to say it. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, now let's trim off our extra pieces on the bottom here. Let's see, scissors right here. All right. I'm always working on the top of my pages. I gotta stop that. Okay, here we go. I don't know if there's anything else we want to do to this. I wonder if I want to put some speckles lightly. Oh yeah, we do. Sometimes they can just look too plain. That gives that a little extra something. Maybe a little bit on here. Okay, we've already speckled up our main piece here. Okay, these guys just a little bit. And then I've got some Wink Stella somewhere. There it is. I was wondering if we wanted to add a little bit of sparkle to some of these florals. Or maybe all of them, why not? Wink Stella is to me is just one of the most genius products. I remember when it first came out, it's so magical, and I still think it is so magical. And I like, there's another brand that had one out. So the Spectrum, I used to get that one too, but I feel like I think that's the one, I can't remember exactly, but I felt like it came out a lot more in the tube. And so I think the Wink Stella one is my favorite, but then again, I've never tried those two. And also too, a Jelly Roll Speckle pen is fun too, but I don't do it all over my projects. Where the Wink Stella, you can just put it on everything. The clear one. All right. Oh yes, that's exactly. The sparkle gives it something. I don't know if you can see it, but that is wonderful. I have thought about doing some enamel dots or something clear in here. Maybe little rhinestones or gemstones or something, but I think that might take away from our, I'll call them our florally bubbles. All right, so let us put our page back together. Here's our bottom of our journal. Let's see, this one was, I don't know what that one was anymore. I'm getting lost. Magazine. And then I think this was our next one. Magazine, and this was our balance, and this one was our neutral and unfold. Yes, it's coming back to me. And then this one was, oh, I have a word. I typed out a word. Does this make my head look too big? This one was for fragile, so I did fragile ego. I thought that one was a lot of fun. And then here is our bright. Let's see, does this go in here? I'm missing something. Yes, that's what I did. I had it folded backwards. There we go. Now we're back on track. Oh, I like that a lot. And these colors do so good. And then here's the tissue paper, actually, that I have. Got to figure out how to do it. What we'll add with it. No clue. Unless this goes a different direction. Anyways, little sneak peek, hopefully for tomorrow. All right. Thank you guys so much again for coming along. Hope you're crafting and enjoying. And I will see you in the next one.